like a giant sooty. Well, Bawdsley Bear and the rest of the cast of All Our Money will be touring community venues across Birmingham for the next 3 weeks from tomorrow. It's a timely production, though, because it comes as around 3/4 of our local councils have decided to put up council taxes by 5% this year. That'll add around £100 a year to the average Band D property. Among councils asking for the full amount is the Conservative-led Council of Shropshire. Now, I asked their leader, Lezley, Picton, why they were doing this.
Well, I think the problem that we've got is that everybody is suffering with rising costs, and the council is no different. You know, we are suffering from not just inflation, but we're also suffering from significant rising demand in our services, particularly adult social care and children's services. So without putting that council tax up to the 4.99%, which does, of course, include the social care precept, we would be really struggling.
How do you account for the fact then that, you know, your neighbouring council in Telford and Wrekin, also other councils in the Midlands like Walsall, they're not doing what you are doing? How are they managing it?
Well, I think, you know, Shropshire Council in the past didn't put up their council tax, and actually subsequent administrations have suffered for that. I couldn't possibly comment that there might be some elections coming up in May, but from Shropshire Council's point of view, I don't want to put council tax up. No Conservative leader wants to put council tax up, but we simply do not have any option.
Well, you say, you know, Conservative leader of Shropshire Council. Whose fault is it that you don't have enough funds?
Well, that's the difficulty, and we've been arguing for fairer funding for rural areas. I mean, Shropshire, as you know, is a very large, rural, sparsely populated county. It costs us more to deliver services. So we've been arguing for fairer funding for a long time. I have to say, in the government's defence, the settlement this year was better than I expected, but the settlement still is worked out on the basis that we take the maximum rise.
Can I just ask you, we often hear about local authorities having big reserves. In fact, many local authorities have big reserves, you know. Is that something that Shropshire has? Is that something you could dip into?
How I wish. No, absolutely not, because this has been happening in Shropshire for some time now. So our reserves are practically gone. One of the aims this year is, if at all possible, if we can work differently, get those costs down, is actually trying to put some money back into reserves. I'm well aware that there are councils that have significant reserves. Sadly, Shropshire Council is not one of them.
OK, that was Lezley Picton, the leader of Shropshire Council there.